Mike Tirico, Greg Olson ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
You know, the conversation around Jalen Hurts is always a difficult one because to a lot of people outside, they strictly look at the box score. They look at his passing numbers and touchdown numbers, and they say, okay, he's a second-tier quarterback. But when you look at the situation he's in, the style of play in which they ask him to do, be the field general of a very talented and very balanced offense in Philadelphia, he is the exact perfect quarterback that they need to execute that vision. So he's not going to throw for 40 touchdowns. He's not going to throw for 5,000 yards. And that's exactly the way they want it. He is as dynamic, he is as competitive, and as good as any quarterback in the NFL.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down, and they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Devontae Smith. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
2nd down throw for Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball through,
he'll get this one complete to Brown. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Big-time play with Hurts and Brown. 32 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Barkley trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. Saquon. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. His kick is perfect. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit. Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. If that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 47-yard line. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
A gain of 6. And the Lions 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 15 on that game.
About the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Second down and 8. Laporta in motion. On play action, Goff is caught left side by St. Brown. And he will get into the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead.
Eagles 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He was brought down by Al-Quadin Muhammad. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
It looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Goff. Will score! Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3.
Eagles 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. On first down, it's Hurts. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter as they come up to face 3rd and 5. Hurts now. That one caught by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. First down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. And we'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. As you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, Hurts. He's got a tight end count to Terra to the left. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
And he's into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Eagles 10.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A second down throw for Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. Now he's free at the 35. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions are out to a 21-10 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Off the play fake, Hurts. Back to the right side, caught by Goddard. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun. They give it to Barkley. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw, Hurts. He's got this one complete to Goddard. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide-open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area. I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic, there hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he will go all the way. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles are back within 4. It's 21-17.
Eagles 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. He's closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. We haven't hit halftime yet. A definite storyline to follow closely. Maybe adds to it here as they embark on this next drive. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Look wide. Get this one complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Laporta in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll be tackled up around the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A run here with Gibbs. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama. There for the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Off to throw on first down. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain stuff.
And he'll take this one in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He'll step up and run, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He connects downfield to Doxson. And he will score. Doxson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will cut the deficit down to 4. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. That's going to wind up incomplete, but the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
Really good discipline by the defender. So he was the read of that RPO. So if he plays the run, it's a pass. If he plays the pass, it's a run. But he knew exactly what was coming. He kind of drew that pass, and he was there to make the play.
And this will be a Lions first down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Lions. First down. A gain of 11 on
the offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Williams in motion. On first down, it's Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. There's that man again, another catch. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
First down.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he'll get about 5. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here comes 2nd and 4. To throw is Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as the clock will stop at 21 seconds to go until halftime. And a yard. Throwing, Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 7. First down, Detroit.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios at the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll run with Gibbs. He looks forward for maybe a yard. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Throwing here is Goff. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. 32 yards.
First down. It's a gain of 32. First down, Lions.
And this is just where you see some of the speed of these wide receivers, Mike, really make their presence felt. And then when you have a quarterback that has the arm strength and the accuracy to get him the ball downfield, that's a deadly combination and one that's going to really open up other things as the rest of this game unfolds.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Goff. Oh, look, it'll be second down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
A second down throw for Goff. That is caught, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board.
And he'll fight forward, doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
First down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Gibbs. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Detroit.
taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions will extend this third quarter lead.
Eagles 24.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. And he'll be brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. He'll go play action with Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Number 14 with a pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Lions, 1st down. A gain of 14.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, He's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a game of about one. Zach Barr, the All-Pro, makes the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. To Slaw, the man in motion. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now Goff. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions tack on one more to their lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. Yeah. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He takes off, and he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Oh, Barkley has fumbled, and the Lions have come up with the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
37-yard line. A gain of 9 brings brings up 2nd and 1.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Laporta in motion. Here's Goff. He'll get.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And will bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the 1st half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. Seem to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Off the play fake, Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, got him. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. The gain is 64.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup, to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. Hurts now. He'll step, and he will get into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are able to edge a bit closer.
Eagles 31.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Laporta in motion. On 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down. 3 to go. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. To throw is Goff. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
This is 3rd and 6. Goff to throw. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down. This has got us up to the 35.
13 yards on the play. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
1st and 10.
Something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Taken down back at the 42.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Godwin. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. That wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep the drive alive.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fourth down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the 1st down, and keep this drive alive.
Bucks to the air on 1st down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
Third and 2.
He's got his man. It's Smith. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Again, Hurts. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and the tackle is made at about the 6.
On pickup of 2, brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal. To throw is Hurts. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will cut the deficit to 7.
Eagles 38.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
On second down, Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down, Lions.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on second down. Goff. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To Jahmyr Gibbs. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Laporta in motion. To throw is Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
For the Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Now Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
This is 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings us
So,
second
2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Lions' 49-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor.
Here's 2nd and 6. To the air again. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. That's taken in by Dotson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
No. Go take this stuff now. Come on. We're about to go back upstairs. I'm just waiting for this game to go. Let's go upstairs.
Hurts again. A pass caught by Saquon.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Hurts will try it again. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He's going to and this is a touchdown. They will do it on the final play. And now decision time. Down 1. Will they go for 2 and the win?
Mike, I know everyone loves to debate these decisions, but I don't even think there's a decision to be made. You have got to keep your offense on the field, go for 2, and end this thing right here. No overtime.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied. late in this football game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Bigsby to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Open man downfield is Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. It's a gain of 34.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
First and 10 now from the 36. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 5. That's Goddard in motion. On second down, Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. That is caught. What a throw. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start into this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll get across the 20, knock him down to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite targets. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On play, Lions 1st down.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll go play action with Goff. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. How about that? A gain of 15 on 4th and 10.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Eagles' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard. Goff to throw. That's right side and into the hands of Tislan. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Into the hands Brock White. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 13. First down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Goff. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Throwing here is Goff. To the goal line and in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
They could have tried for the win. Instead, they'll go for 1 to extend the game. And an exhale there. Extra point is good. Now, next score wins as we play on here in overtime.
Yeah.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. Hurts to the air on 1st down. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Diamonds on me fight, Nick and wrist, Icatina, orange Richard Mill on me dancing just like Bia, going against Glizz.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. I'm up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Man in motion is Brown. Will show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Ooh, well now you see it, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Number 4 is now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line.
Still 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
Here's Gibbs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. A modest game, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Talk things over before third down. From the gun, here's Gibbs.
He's tackled at the 22-yard line. A gain of only 1. It's fourth down.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This one to win it in overtime. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Philadelphia, good night.